Welcome back to Morning Drive, 8:43 Eastern Time here on this Thursday. We see this a lot on the PGA Tour, and that is young people, boys and girls, wearing the colors of Rickie Fowler, who is inspiring, much like Arnold Palmer, much like Tiger Woods, a new generation of golfers. And I can tell you this, that he signs autographs maybe longer than any other player on the PGA Tour. He really does appreciate all those young players who come out and watch him play. Speaking of young players, how about this tweet from Patrick Shanley, straight to Lauren Thompson. Junior Golf Week here on Morning Drive. Caddying for my son at golf camp, and he insisted that his name be on my back. Another tweet coming to us here on Morning Drive. Again, Junior Golf Week, all week here on Morning Drive. And this is from Thomas Grimes, my favorite playing partner. Yes, he cleared the water. Proud parents there. And want to get back as we join Charlie Rymer here on the desk again to Rickie Fowler and what he has done for the game. And this, I've seen this popularity well before 2015, where he's won 3 times already this year. He is an ambassador, in my opinion, for golf and growing it and moving it forward.
You know, he's got a great look, and I think that attracts kids, but you know better than I do, he's about a lot more than the look. That sort of reels them in. There's substance there as well. I like the fact that he's positive, he's upbeat. He looks cool, the way he gets around the golf course, the rhythm of his swing. I see a lot of Seve Ballesteros in Rickie Fowler and the way that he plays the game. You got kids that wake up in the morning, they go to a golf course, and in their minds it's like, okay, who am I going to be today? There's a lot of them that are saying, I'm going to be Rickie Fowler today, and I want to go out and not only wear that hat, but I want to attack the golf course the way that he does. I love it. He's great for bringing young people to our game.
And you know what's wonderful about Rickie and the fact that he is enormously popular, as I've mentioned, and obviously a great player, 5th in the official world golf ranking. He has not let success change him at all. He is still the same guy, the same fun personality that he was when he first came out.
Just like
on the
you.
PGA Tour. Yeah, okay. Let's go back out to South Florida and catch up with Carr, who is getting with Rickie Fowler.
Put my phone away.
I am indeed. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, we've had a very quick transition. We're on the driving range. We're going to hit some golf balls in just a minute because Rickie's got some things he wants to show you. But before we do, Rickie, you have had an amazing junior golf career already. You were the youngest American to ever play in a Ryder Cup team, age 21. 37 weeks as world #1 amateur you had, and many other achievements. Of course, you were also a PGA Tour Rookie of the Year in 2010. But for all of our kids at home watching, what age did you first start playing golf?
I was 2 or 3, roughly. I don't know the exact date, but my grandpa took me to the driving range and immediately fell in love with it. And here we are now.
And what was your experience of playing up through the junior golf options that were available to you at the time?
I think what kind of the best thing that I did was I didn't jump ahead. I made the proper steps when I was ready. Played local junior tournaments growing up, and then started to travel a little bit outside the local area, around Southern California, and playing a bit. And then when the time was right and I was looking to expand and more competition, that's when I started to travel out of state. And like I said, probably the best thing was just not making a step before I was ready.
Okay, so we're here on the driving range. Everyone is watching because they want to get a free tip from you, and now is the time on Morning Drive. He's chosen driving as a place that some people perhaps is their favorite part of the game, or can be perhaps misconceived. What is the one tip you would give to young golfers? With this the biggest club in the bag?
Well, for me, my best drives as of late have been when I've needed them at the end of the round. For me, I've tried to really focus on making it a kind of a slower and deliberate backswing to make sure that I'm getting into the proper position. That allows me not to get too quick at the top. One of my tendencies is the transition, just to get a little quick, the club gets behind me, and then I'll lose control of where the ball's going to go. So we look at the Players, the Scottish Open, and then last week at the Deutsche Bank. I hit great drives on the last hole, and probably the best drives of my weeks at those tournaments. And just being in the situation, I'm not sure if it was just that little bit of extra focus, a little bit of extra thought of just being aware of what exactly I was trying to do. But the other thing was picking very small targets to make sure that I was zeroed in on where I wanted the ball to start and the exact shot I wanted to hit. So, like I said, it's, for me, I try and be slow and deliberate to make sure I get the club in the proper position. Butch and I have worked on getting the loop out of my swing getting the hands higher at the top and creating space here so I'm able to get the club back out in front of me.
Is your setup that you do when you take the club back before you swing all part of this deliberation in your backswing?
It is. So for me, when I get in here, if I'm able to just kind of do this slowly and not quick, it just allows me to visualize and see the rhythm of how I want the club to come away in that position and then go ahead and go from there.
Okay, so let's see one.
Okay.
That worked pretty well to me. It's interesting to hear you talk about those last holes at your 3 wins this year, because the Scottish in particular, you had to be feeling very confident about your driver because your caddy Joe actually wanted you to take the 3-wood, right?
He did. And you know, I kind of thought back to the drive that I hit at the Players, but also when I was playing with Jimmy Walker in the Ryder Cup, we were looking at the first hole there. It's kind of a 3-wood or a driver, and I said, partner, just send the driver. And I was thinking, you know, it's the bigger face. I mean, you got a big sweet spot there. Tee it up and just let it go. And kind of from then, I've just had that fun thought in my head. You know, hey, just send it and put the best swing on it. And I don't hit anything straighter than I do driver when I'm hitting it well.
It's been working best for you. So if there was one tip you could give to a junior golfer who sat at home watching you right now in their golf career, what would it be?
Well, I think as a junior growing up and taking up the game, you want to develop speed and you want to hit the ball hard with driver. There's so much distance involved in the game now. But also on the flip side of things is having fun with the short game and having those contests with your friends. So developing the two sides, learning how to hit the ball hard and straight. There's so much advantage from being just that little bit longer in the fairway, obviously. But like we talked about here, I think it's the good rhythm, good balance, and just good fundamentals growing up.
And just keep it fun, as you say. Play lots of games, particularly with that short game. Will you hit one more to see us out? The guys would like to see you swing a driver. But fantastic to have Rickie Fowler with us on Morning Drive this morning, a brand new ambassador for the PGA Junior League Golf, and he's going to rip one more for you at the medalist. Nice, he knows this driving range well. That's all from us, guys. Rickie Fowler, we're saying goodbye to you from the medalist. Back to you, Todd Lewis.
Cara, Rickie, thank you very much, and that's what we call dropping the hammer. That's what Rickie was doing there. Stay with us as we continue. Dr. Gio Valiente, he'll be in our studio to talk about the fragile mentality of junior golfers. You want to stay tuned.